Yo, what up? Yo, it's been a bit since I've been streaming lately. Kind of like took an unintentional week off. This sort of happened, mainly just due to this exhaustion and frustration on other things on different fronts. Yeah, it's very very interesting, to say the least. But I do have plans. You know, it is you know, despite not hearing from the specific person I'm trying to get communication from, because they're just not communicating with me anymore. Very tempted to do certain things that I could probably do to take care of the things I need to take care of. But I don't want to feel like I'm getting screwed out of anything when it comes to that. And that's the thing that's just kind of frustrating about it, because like, and I know it's like not the first thing anybody wants to hear right out of the gate, but you know, when you commission somebody to do something, at least give me some sort of communication. Like people who like either have it in their TOS or they straight up just don't communicate with you. It's just frustrating, because like then that's money I would have used for something else, you know? Which, you know, if the work isn't done, yeah, I might have to do certain things on a certain front. That just depends. It just depends what's going on with that. In other news, besides us playing a Digimon game tonight, because I feel like it, next Wednesday, from the 25th, 27th, and the 28th and 29th, I'll be doing a VTuber SummerSlam event. And what it will end up being is, it'll be a pretty interesting thing to do. Be cool. You know, stuff like that. I just hope, like, I hope this person just didn't fall off the fucking face of the earth. Because, like, I'm trying to get this thing done, right? It's just frustrating. Because then now I have to, like, either eat that or do something I don't want to do and charge back. But, like, if the work's not done and I'm getting no communication, outside of, like, the art, I guess. Yeah. I'm just kind of wondering what's going on with this person. But we just have to keep moving forward with that. I do have other plans if something doesn't go through. Of course, it would not be amazing, but yeah. Only so much you can do, you know. If somebody refuses to communicate, you know, I'm just not gonna let them just keep the money, you know, when it comes to a commission. I'm just gonna say this straight out the gate. If I pay somebody to do something and they're not doing it, it means I just paid somebody to do something for nothing. To do nothing or anything. Which is very It pisses me off. It just straight up does. I've said this a couple times, you know, when I'm in streaming. If I'm paying for something, on my own money. And this wasn't just my own money. This was money that came from Twitch. This is money that came from the community at the time, too. This is where that money came from. It also came from when I got a donation as well. So, like, it's definitely, like, a high priority thing. You know, I have no issue with somebody taking their time on something, but give me fucking communication. I'm getting no communication on something. That is when I start getting worried. That is when I start going, okay, what the fuck's going on? What is going on with this person? And then I get told twice over, oh, I'm gonna work on it. Oh, I'm gonna work on it. Oh, I'm gonna work on it. And then, you know, outside of the artwork, I hear nothing. I hear absolutely fucking nothing. And they're either working on it and not telling me anything, or they're just not working on it. And that's the fucking frustrating part about it. Because, like, if I'm paying for something, and I fucking paid for it, I have the fucking receipts, right? I fucking paid for this shit. I have the fucking receipts, right? And this person is being very flaky and spotty and dodgy. And they're not giving me communication. Especially when it's like weeks on end. Weeks on weeks on end. The last communication I got from this person was on May 26th. Every day. Because I was told I was going to get an update. I never got an update. I did not get a single update. Not a single one. And like, it's just poor professionalism at this point. And it's getting fucking frustrating. I should not have to sit here and twiddle my goddamn thumbs, wondering when this is gonna be done. Is this person working on this? Is this person, like, I've gotten no communication. This is like different from when prior to this, I ended up, you know, getting communication for it. You know, with this version of the model, but like, right now I'm just getting no communication. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what's going on with them. I hope nothing bad happened to them, but I also hope that I get fucking communication on this. Like, if they weren't gonna work on it, you know, as much as I say, oh yeah, you know, you can, you know, keep the money and stuff, I want communication. And not only do I want communication, I want the thing why the fuck am I dropping so many goddamn frames? What the fuck's going on? Hold up. What is going on with the internet? What the fuck? Now I'm dropping nothing but frames. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. This is another thing I fucking need in my life. Is to have to deal with OBS fucking dropping frames when it hadn't done that before at all. Is it gonna stop dropping frames? What's going on with my fucking internet? Like, why am I getting throttled? This never happened before. What is going on? How the fuck am I dropping so many fucking frames? This makes no goddamn sense. What is going on with my fucking upload? I did not have issues prior to this. And all of a sudden I'm dropping frames. I don't want to have to stop the stream just to restart my fucking router. Like, I might have to actually do that. I might have to actually restart the stream. Again, because I'm dropping too many fucking frames all of a sudden. What the fuck's going on? is the worst fucking thing that could happen to a fucking streamer. Is you start streaming, and all of a sudden when your internet's just fine, you just start dropping frames for no reason. Why am I dropping frames? This should not be happening. This shouldn't be happening at all. But yeah, I'm dropping a shit ton of frames, right? But on YouTube, it should be fine, right? On YouTube, it's fine. On Twitch, it's not. This makes no fucking sense! Like, what the hell is going on with this shit? I'm about to fucking reset everything, 'cause this is so fucking dog shit. Can I, like... Is it better now? Now it's not dropping frames all of a sudden. Why is it when I click on ignore streaming service recommendations? Like, it's working now, but holy shit, Twitch. I know your TOS is fucking garbage, but you don't have to start fucking with my stream like that. The YouTube stream was fine. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Axelation. How you doing? But like, the YouTube stream's fine. Absolutely fine. It was not having issues. But the YouTube stream was. I mean, the Twitch stream was, I mean. Like, I know you don't like people multi-streaming Twitch, but you need to get your head out of your ass and actually fix your goddamn TOS. Back to what I was saying before I had to restart my Twitch stream, because I have no issues doing that. Let's say 360p. Fucking source quality. I need to look at this shit. Anyways, yeah, Digimon. I'll talk as things are happening. At least on YouTube, it wasn't fucked up, which is honestly probably the thing I'm like less worried about. Okay. So now you can no longer ignore streaming service recommendations, at least on this version of OBS. Which is fine, I guess, but... Hacker's Memory, Cyber Sleuth. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, I think it's honestly really bad if you're not communicating with somebody, because then at that point, it's creating issues to where, you know, you have to start questioning your professionalism. And the thing is, like, if they weren't gonna work on it, which came out first, Hacker's Memory or Cyber Sleuth? Okay. Play that. Here we go. Work for me. Can I like... Oh, I gotta... Try full screen. There you go. Yeah, I'm playing on hard mode. I'm a wizard at games like this, so it's only fair, you know? Also, I think the same people who made this game made Akiba's Trip because of the art style similar. Name. What is this? Hackmon? I'm just so frustrated with people like not like there are people who I've worked with before when it comes to like VTuber stuff. Communication all day, every day. But this one person I'm talking with, I've been talking with for a while. I'm just not getting communication. Oh my god, it's fucking loud. I'm not even like getting half of it. Oh shit. Old man Fanta. Fanta. There we go. We'll just use this. Easier to look at. But yeah, like, if you're gonna commission with somebody, make sure their TOS means make sure their TOS lets you communicate with them. I know the person I'm working with didn't really have a TOS, but I had worked with them before. I'm just waiting on them to fucking communicate with me. They're just not doing that. I want Discord. My Discord froze. The fuck? What is going on? What the hell's going on with Discord? There it is. Like, what the fuck? It's not doing this right, though. What's going on with this shit? I'm in fucking disbelief. What the fuck's going on with this garbage? What did Discord just like all of a sudden just fucking... Can I like do anything with this shit? Like you can't even fucking full screen it. Then it fucking freezes. What the fuck? This never happened before. Can't even fucking keep Discord open. What is going on with this? I can guarantee you nobody gives a shit about that fucking Megan reward. Fucking Blizzard and their shitty fucking CEO taking over. Now it finally worked. Fucking Blizzard and their CEO taking over fucking Discord, shitting on it, basically. Great. Great. My favorite. My fucking favorite. Fucking having to deal with a shitty ass bullshit. I wonder if there's an update. Oh yeah, there was a free desktop update. I think I'll go with this for the first. I think Hacker's Memory I'll just play as a female, and then Sleuth I'll play as the male. Might just work. I'm getting fucking pissed off at various fucking things. Today I ended up getting so fucking pissed off, I was halfway tempted to switch this over to like Tuxedo OS, but then I went to test something on Tuxedo OS, and it didn't work. And I was like, what the fuck? So now I'm just like, if I ever had to switch from Pika on a streaming computer to like a different OS, it'd probably be like something else, I don't know. Just depends. I don't think it's really Pika related. I think it's just how these fucking things are getting packaged. It would have been a mistake, but I did back some stuff up. When was this released, Tyransan? PS Vita. PS Vita days is when it was released. That's when it was released. Yeah. Then Hacker's Memory was released on the PS4. I think. So this is a PS Vita game. The other game's a PS4 game, I think. But I for real did not know. Do I have a run button? Oh shit. I love my graphic options. You have to use stick to. At least D-pad is an option. Gundam on metal. Gummymon. Okay. Oh, we're an Eden avatar? From any terminal? Interesting. I mean, if I'm forced to use a joystick, I need to use the other controller then. How it is. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? The game just like drops you in there, you're just not seeing anything. The fuck? Okay. Looks like it's probably gonna be an obvious place that I just don't know. Hard mode. Oh, I have to talk to this person. Oh, okay. But I do feel like as far as like VTuber models go, if this doesn't go, if this falls through and I'm forced to do a charger bag, yeah, I'll have to like get a different model entirely. And that's the scary part about VTubing, is if somebody doesn't do the work you paid them to do, you might end up having to charge them back. Especially if they take like a while to do it. I haven't done any chargebacks yet, but if my shit's not done by like August, it's not done by August, I will. Or if I don't hear anything by August, I'll have to like partially charge it back, because like at that point I'm basically paying somebody. What's the agreed timeline on August? No, so there wasn't initially a timeline. The initial agreement was, and this is her exact words, "Sorry, okay, thank you for being patient. I'm right on track now. I should have an update late tonight." This was on May 26th. I'm going to full focus on this comm. My plan is to finish this time next week if that is okay. And I was like, that is fine with me. I'll be looking forward to the update. And that was me responding, you know, on the 26th of May. That was the update I got. That's the only communication I have. This initially was commissioned in March. Over 3 months ago. I had commissioned this over 3 months ago. This is supposed to be a big update, right? The art's all done. To my understanding, to what I was told, the art was all finished. The rigging is what I wanted updates on. If this was being rigged, you know, I wanted to have communication on it. Now, I was told that this person goes to work and they don't get off around until like 7, right? Well, it's a fucking weekend. Why aren't they working on anything? Why aren't they doing anything? Like, what's going on with this? And there's like at least 2 scenarios I can think, maybe 3 scenarios I can think of, on what would have happened or what is currently happening. Because ever since the 26th of May, you know, when I respond back on the 28th for updates and I get nothing on the 30th as well, and then fast forward to today when I'm still asking what's going on with it, and I'm getting no updates on it, and there's nothing happening. It's creating an issue. It's creating an issue to where I pay somebody over $500 to work on something, to update something, and I get nothing out of it outside of artwork that's completed. That's why I'd say it'd be a partial chargeback, because I'm not gonna charge them back for stuff they've already completed, assuming because the art was completed. I just never really got the thing, and that's the issue. So I don't want to do that. I really don't. I really don't want to charge them back. But if I have to, I will. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's poor professionalism to not give me any updates on it. It's also poor communication as well. So, like, when I'm trying to, at the very least, try to understand what this person's situation is. Trying to understand, hey, you know, what's going on? What is going on with you? Can I get some communication on this? And then I get no communication on it. Of course it's going to make me upset. Of course it's going to piss me off. Because at that point, I am currently doing everything I can to try to essentially try to get a 2.0 made. Or a 2.0, you know, in some way made, or, you know, to get done and stuff. So now I'm like sitting here partially panicking because, like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on now. Because now I'm like, now I just don't know what's going on. And that's the that's the very much the scary part about commissioning anything with anybody. Because if they don't give you updates and they don't give you any sort of timeline on what they're going to be doing, it's like, yeah, of course, you know, this person doesn't get off around like 7, you know, around the time I usually get off work and stuff like that. You know, normally, if I am in the situation to where I'm not getting the thing I paid for, then I don't know what's going on with them. And I can only hope that either, you know, either they are working on it and they're just not on Discord. I hope that's what I hope is happening. I hope they're working on it. I hope they are just not on Discord when they're not, because you're not working on it, you know, because they're working on it. I hope that they're, you know, fully focusing on it. But the problem is, I was told this in May. It's been at least a little over 20 days. I could have gotten some sort of update, right? They could have rigged something, show me something moving, show me something being rigged, or given me an update on, oh, this is going to be done by this time, this time, and this time. But I've gotten nothing on that. And now I'm in the situation to where it's like, I want to get a decent 2.0 done, or at least an upgrade to this model. I don't really want to show what it is, but I do want to get the upgrade, and I do want to at least, you know, have a semi-competent model that can, like, further, basically further be on par with, like, everything else, with everybody else's models, basically. Because this model's not bad, but, like, the model that I'm commissioning, essentially, is a a rework of this one, and I'm just not getting any. I'm not hearing anything out of it. Like I got updates when the art was coming out, and I got updates like every time. Like every time I asked for it, I got an update. Now it's like I'm getting no updates. I'm getting nothing at all. This person is ignoring her emails. She is ignoring her Blue Sky, her Twitter, her Discord DMs. And then when she tells me that, oh, I don't use Blue Sky, Twitter, you know, and then my only avenue is to either hope she reaches out to me via an email or Discord. And if I don't get that, then I'm not getting any communication. If I'm getting no communication, that's poor, and that's very poor, you know, businessmanship, whatever the fuck it's called. It's very poor business, basically, to do that. And if I'm getting nothing out of it, when I've already paid for it, I've completely already paid for this. This took a while, of course, because most of it came from Twitch and Twitch donations and, you know, stuff like that. If I'm paying for that and I'm getting nothing out of it outside of what was already done, and I still haven't gotten it yet. It's been at least 3 months, and it's been a little over, you know, been very, very close to, at least since the last communication, you know, close to like 30 days so far. Now I'm in the position to where I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to get a different model at some point. I'm probably gonna have to like find a way to get a different model, find a way to get, you know, everything, you know, transferred over and get all that done. Because I'm not sure what's going on with this person. I hope this person is working on it, right? I hope nothing bad happened to them. I hope they're not like, I hope they didn't lose everything, right? And I also hope, you know, in the scary situation that they didn't get picked up by ICE, because ICE, you know, was going around workplaces picking people up. That's the unfortunate situation, which is also a scary thing. The thing is, I don't even know, like, I don't even know if ICE would even pick them up. That's the thing. I don't know them that well. So now I'm just like, what the fuck's going on with this commission? And I've been asking every day at this point, what is going on? Can you tell me what's going on? What is the communication on this? Can you please respond to me? Can you please tell me what is going on? You know, especially when I make payments to somebody and they just ignore me. Especially when, and it pisses me off because now I'm in the situation to where like, did I get scammed? Did this person, you know, unintentionally scam me? Did something happen? Like, I don't know what's going on with this person. And this person, on top of that, throughout the entirety of the month, when I'm waiting on updates to try to get updates to this model, they had the gall to play Marvel Rivals for like essentially a week to 48 hours, and it's fucking crazy. Like, I'm able to see their Twitch activity. I mean, their Discord activity. So like, I know, like, I would know what they were doing at that point. But the thing is, even when I did ask, they were set on Do Not Disturb. Like, so how am I supposed to get updates for a model when I'm getting no communication? Getting zero communication on this. This is the thing that's kind of just pissing me off. Because, like, if I'm having to wait this fucking long on something like this, and I'm getting no updates, getting nothing at all, then what did I spend my money on? If I'm getting no updates, I'm getting nothing at all, then I spent my money on somebody who is just not working on it. I gave them money for free at that point. And that is not good. And that doesn't fit well with me at all. Now, luckily, it wasn't money that came out of my paycheck. It was money that came out of, you know, when I got that donation back then. But that was still money that came from the community. And now, like, outside of the artwork, because the art's done, I'm not getting anything on the rigging. I don't even know if this is even done. So that is what's pissing me off. And that is what is getting me into the situation to where if this isn't done by August, I'm going to start charging this person back. And if they start shit with me on Twitter, start shit with me on Blue Sky, I'm like, hey, Here's the entirety of the conversation. Here are all the receipts. Here's how long it took you to communicate. This is why I keep receipts of conversations in case shit like this happens. You know, if it ever did happen. Like, I have enough to cover my own ass if I ever have to do the charging back thing. Right? But I don't want to charge back somebody, because I know that could take a hit at their bank account. That could take a hit at their current financial situation. If I don't know what's going on with this person, I'm going to assume after a while that they dropped off the fucking face of the earth and took my money and ran with it. That's basically as far as that goes. Everybody else but this person, as far as I'm aware, everybody else has provided me communication, has given me updates, has told me what's going on, has told me, oh, I need to take a week off of doing things. Like, that's fine, right? Because I value communication. Communication is probably the best thing you can do with somebody when they're telling you something. But if I'm put in the situation to where I am asking for updates, I'm getting no communication, this person is refusing to speak to me, they're not, you know, working on it, you know, in their free time, or even like providing me with a timeline. And especially when they actually know they did provide me with a timeline. They said they would have it done in a week, and it was not done. It wasn't done. So I'm very close to this, charging it back, because I'd rather pay somebody who will give me communication, who will update it, who will tell me what's going on, in comparison to somebody who dropped off the face of the earth, didn't tell me what's going on, isn't telling me what's happening. And that's the thing, like, with a lot of people on Twitter, you'll have some of these artists who goes, well, this is my TOS, and my TOS states that I don't have to give you communication on it. Then don't fucking commission that person. End of story. If I get no communication, I'm not commissioning that person. If they don't even have something like a Trello to tell me, you know, so I can visibly see, oh, when this is going to be done. Because Trello is also a really good tool that some artists use. Like, they might not directly tell you, but they'll even show you what their timeline is on everything, right? You can at least see when that's going on. That's fine too. But, like, if I'm getting no communication on this, and this person supposedly, you know, was supposed to have been working on it, I'm getting screwed at that point. I'm getting absolutely screwed. And that's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the community. It's not fair to the people who had did donations in the past. It's not fair to people who had subscribed in the past, who had did bits in the past. It's not fair to anybody. So not only does it affect me, it affects the whole community too. This isn't just my money. This is the community's money that happened over time. Back when I was, like, you know, when I commissioned this. So, like, it's frustrating. And I've been frustrated for like a week, wanting to know what the fuck was going on. And I'm getting told nothing. I'm getting told absolutely nothing. And it's making me think that maybe I should charge them back and just not work with them anymore. You know, let them keep the money that they made for the artwork and then just take everything else. You know, that's where it's headed. Like, I'd have to look through the conversation to see what was paid for the art and everything, and then just charge everything else back, because that's the only avenue I'd have, right? Then I'd be able to use that money to help, you know, commission another thing, assuming PayPal gives it back. And that's not always the case with PayPal, because I could actually get screwed from this. Actually, now when I think about it, I'm going to look through this to see what was agreed upon, because I wasn't provided anything really.
そう言えなくもないかもな。ま、いいじゃん別に。
やだやだやだ。ハッカーなんてやばいよ。絶対やだよ。いらない。こんなプログラム捨てなきゃ。あれ？嘘嘘嘘嘘。アンインストールできない。
やめとけ。
何よそれ。
逃がすかよ。
あ
これもハック先へ進めって。
Huh. I'm gonna look through my PayPal real quick. Because I don't want to get screwed from this. Like, I know I could bitch and complain about stuff, but like, it's not fair to me. Let's see here. Bubbles, main thing. No, I stand corrected. It was on December 31st is when I started paying her. So the 31st of last year. So anything marked as rigging is what I'd have to like, is what I'd have to get back if that's 145 right there. I mean 245 right there. The 85 would be for the art. So if I had to charge her back, if I feel like I'm forced to, because you know by August it would have been way too long. About 350. I'd say it's close to that. Oh my god. But yeah, that's basically what I've been frustrated with for a while. I shouldn't have to wait like because the initial payment was on the 31st of December. Then in March it was like basically finalized. Then it's been about 3 going on 4 months since I've heard anything major on it. So like now I'm at the position to where I just don't have any avenue to do anything. So, you know, if I give her till August, that would have given this person adequate amount of time to work on this. It would have given them more than adequate amount of time to do it. Because if I'm getting screwed at the end of the day, I'm not going to get completely screwed. It's not going to happen. I will give PayPal the whole conversation. I'll give PayPal the receipts I paid. I'll tell them what I think, you know. And if I pay about 580, no, 583 in total. We'll see here. Find a calculator. Because rigging typically costs more. So if I pay about 583, and I, you know, take her about, you know, 350 away. Like 233 in total, so about like 233, 230. So about 233 be about for the art, and then the 350 be for the rigging, basically, at that point. And then if you take that and you you know, the amount of time it could take to rig everything again, you know, then rigging alone takes a while, right? Well, if I give this person 3 or 4 months to rig something and they're not telling me what's going on, they're giving me no timeline on it, then what the fuck? What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm supposed to sit here and just not get it? You know, if I was on Twitter and I posted this, Twitter would be like, "Yeah, you're not getting it." You know, but don't charge them back. You know. So Twitter's probably the worst place you could fucking go to. So by August, I will give this person by August to give me an update. An update. Tell me what's going on. Are you gonna finish it? Are you gonna work on it? If you're not, give me a refund. Because that is where my mind is headed now. I initially said, you know, as long as I get updates on this, you know, repeated updates, what's going on, you know, I'm not gonna ask for a refund. But now I'm kind of thinking of if I'm getting no updates, maybe I should ask for the refund, assuming that they get back online. I don't even think they even messaged me back. Like, I've gotten no communication on this. On another note, I did pre-order the, I ended up using a $5 discount code, so it didn't cost me an arm and a leg to do it. I'm getting a Digital Monster Color Godzilla in, August. So August, September. So that's cool. I'm just, like, really frustrated right now with the whole commission. And that is what has, and that's what's just pissed me off lately. That is probably, and that's like one of the reasons, on top of like being stressed at work, that's one of the reasons, you know, why I just haven't been streaming lately, because I'm just waiting on things. And at a certain point, I'm gonna get tired of waiting. There's gonna be a breaking point. Thank you, Kami-sama. Yeah, I'll take Terriermon. Think I want fucking Kling Klangmon and fucking Palmon? Fuck no. I'll take Terriermon. I do want the best Digimon though. And to be fair, in my defense, this is completely different from somebody who will say they're gonna work on something, but you didn't pay for it. Completely different. There's somebody I know who is working on something, but I didn't pay for it. But I know they're working on it. They just haven't shown me anything yet. And if I never get it, I'm not losing anything. And if they give it to me, then, you know, then I get it. But like, if I pay money for something and I request communication, and I get no communication after a while, then I'm gonna get worried. And that's basically where I'm at right now. I'm kind of worried about it. I am worried that I'm never gonna get it. I am worried that I'm going to, at the very least, as nice as I am, lose $350. I think the rigging is at least worth $350, while the art's like $233, $230. I think that's a very fair assessment on the length of time and how much it would cost for something like that. So it wouldn't be a full chargeback, it would just be a partial one. But, yeah. Now if this person offers to refund me, then I'll take it. Because at that point, I'm just done at that point. Then I'll go on VGen. Like any other person, I'll go on VGen, and I will commission somebody else to work on something. So there are plenty of other people who will give me communication on things that I ask for communication for if I'm paying for something. It'd be different if you're not paying for it. If you're not paying for it, then the communication isn't really required. It's just more of a surprise. But if you're paying for something and you want to get something, you know, to be able to use for your streams, to be able to use for anything really, and you're getting nothing out of it, and you're losing money for no reason, and you're basically getting screwed. Of course, there'll be some people who disagree, because they'll be like, well, I know you paid for it, but they're not required to give you communication. I think they would be if they wanna have like a good business relationship with people. I think anybody in any company or any artist who's competent enough for it, that if you're going to commission somebody and the artist that the artist that's working on it doesn't tell you anything about it, you don't know what's going on with it, how are you gonna know you're gonna get it? And then they decide to wait like 6 months. And you just don't get it. And then you go make a post, like if you make a post, which I won't even fucking do, but if I have to, I will. But then, you know, you do the chargeback, and then they make, you know, on Twitter, this is how Twitter works. You do a chargeback, because you got nothing out of it. You do a chargeback. This would be different if you actually received it. But if you have DMs proving that you never received it, and you check your email up and down and you never have it, then you don't have it. So, the fact that I've never received the thing, and the fact I'm giving them at least the extension of all the way up till August, and I even let them know whether or not they see it or not, considering Discord's the only decent communication I would have with them, despite not getting any communication for over 20 days, or at least getting close to a month now, from the last communication I got on the 26th of May. If you were to do a chargeback, and the artists themselves were to go post, oh no, somebody charged me back and all that stuff like that, you know, and they tried to like lie about it, and you post all the fucking receipts, post that they didn't get it done, post that, you know, you've asked multiple times for communication and you got nothing, then it'd be perfectly within my rights to charge them back. Now, if you're in a situation to where, I feel like I shouldn't have walked forward there immediately, but oh well. But if you're in the situation to where you are now, you know, and that's the situation I'm in. I feel like I'm just not getting communication on anything. So it's eventually going to lead to me asking for a refund or a chargeback. And if I get no communication, I'm just going to request it, because there's no fucking point. Now some situations, if you're going to have some sort of chargeback and you actually did receive it, then the person who bought it is at fault, because then they're charging back the artist for no reason. But the fact I never received the model, the updated model, with the updated rigging, with anything else really, it's getting me to that point to where I should ask for the chargeback or a refund, because you got to think about the position I'm in. I spend $583 of my community's money, and partially mine, not much, but mostly the community's money, on a model upgrade that's supposed to be for, you know, VTubing, and I get nothing out of it. No communication. I should at the very least be able to charge them back on the fact that they did not give me communication and no rigging. And I don't even have them updated the model. Now, if it turns out that they do, Now, if it turns out that they were working on it, and they let me know what's going on, that's different. Oh shit. Fucking Mugen Dramon. Thank you, Kami-sama. Settings. Oh. You just gotta be very, like... I'm being as professional as possible with this, because, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm just about to do it. And then, like, if they decide to say something, it could be a little bit of a shitstorm. But at the end of the day, I would still be in the right, because I got nothing from it. Outside of the art, you know, I'd leave them that money, but, like, I'd have to get everything else back, because, like, that's me being as fair as possible. And the thing is, like, I want them to take their time on it, but I don't want them to take so much time that I'm just not going to get it. So I could be like, oh, you could take your time on it, but I never receive it because I decided to take all the time on it. Take advantage of the situation, take all the time on it, and just never do it. And then they turn around and then they would turn around and say, oh, I was just taking my time on it. Like you said I could. That's not what I really meant by that. I meant by, like, you know, take your time on it, but let me know what the, you know, but let me know what's going on. And the thing is, like, recently, within the past 2 months at least, I've been requesting communication from this person, and I've not gotten much. So I just hope that I hope I hear something from it soon. It's come August, September. Even if I decide to make it go by the end of August, that's probably what's gonna happen. I'll probably wait till the end of August to do it. If I don't hear anything, I'm gonna assume this person dropped off the fucking face of the earth. Because at that point, I would have gotten nothing from them. I would have had nothing. I wouldn't have gotten anything from them. I may have gotten the pictures of the artwork, but I never got the model art. I never got the rigging for the model. Like, that is the concerning part about commissioning somebody. There's just always that risk. The thing is, I'm not going to eat the risk, though. It's not going to happen. I have been screwed in the past when it comes to commissions. Long time ago, when I first got approached by, and this is like a graphic spot. This is before I knew what graphic spots were, but I had commissioned somebody, and they gave me probably the shittiest thing ever, and it wasn't even worth it. And you could just tell they weren't working on it, like, correctly. They gave me some random shit. So it was fucked up. And then they had the gall a couple years after that to message me again. Yeah, graphic spots are fucking bad. Or graphic scammers or some shit like that. Like, they're bad. But if this person, within, like, the next 2 months, can tell me what's going on with this. If this person in the next 2 months... July, August. 2 whole ass months. Can tell me what the fuck is going on. And provide me with something from this. I will have no reason to charge them back. It just would have been an unfortunate long amount of time I would have to wait. I am being as patient as possible, but it's starting to affect me a little bit.
どうしたのかな。私のお顔が激キャワすぎてフリーズしちゃった。なんだか懐かしい匂いがする。私？
It's starting to affect me a little bit. I'm just not hearing anything. And that's just not good. The other thing is I hope somebody isn't being a snake and telling them that they can't work on my model because they gotta work on theirs, and then, you know, I don't want that happening. So it happened with another VTuber in the past that we have learned about in the past that we do not want to repeat. People are dumb enough to repeat history, so it's gonna happen again.
もうどこ行ってたの？うわ、また怖い人？追いかけ回されるのはゴリゴリだ。ちょっと落ち着いて。この子友達だから。はあ、行っちゃった。なんだったんだろう、あの可愛い物体 X は。っていうか、あれ？その子がデジモン？じゃあさっきのあの子たちもデジモンなんだ。けどそのデジモンもあの子たちも悪そうなプログラムには見えないよね。デジモンか。あの子たちと一緒にいられるならいいかも。デジモンキャプチャー。凶暴な野良デジ僕のエリアにあなたがいるのよね。君についてくから早く合流しよう。
I no wonder. Oh. You could put Digimon in reserve. But yeah, that's where it's headed. If I don't hear anything for 2 more months, I get no communication. I mean 0 communication at all. I'm gonna assume this person dropped off the face of the earth. Oh shit. Huh? And that's just the unfortunate thing about it. Huh? What the fuck did they get like multiple turns? Fuck. Uh-oh.
もう戦えないの？
Get more money and items though. I think I should like hopefully not engage with a lot of these.
ざ勝負。
みんな急いで。
Good that you can save anywhere. Escape gate.君がいてくれてよかった。
君と新たとも。昨日チャットで会ったとかそういう意味じゃなくって。あれ？でもそっか、そうかも。なんか変。またハッキング？もう行こう。この先にあなたがいるんだよね。
なんだよ今の映像。子供？気味悪い。ちくしょう、なんだってんだよ。すげえ嫌な気分だ。
いたいた。ちょっともう一人で勝手に行くとか、どんだけ自己中かませばよかですか。
なんだありゃ。あれもデジモン？まさか噂で聞いたエデンの黒い怪物か。でお前らこっちへ走れ。なんだかわかんねえが
Oh.
相当ヤバそうだ。
Hello. Hello, Furry.
こいつのロックを解除する。ログアウト。おい、走れっつってんだろ。グズグズしてんじゃねえ。おい。
君たち、僕たちが。逃げて、ノキア。
Like her name is Nokia, like the phone. Oh shit.
やるしかない。
What the fuck is this? This barely looks like a Digimon. Oh. No damage, damn.
よし、ロックを。おい、ノキア。
でも、
わかんねえのか。足手まといはお前が逃げおせりゃ、あいつらは。おい、ノキアはログアウトした。俺も続く。お。
僕たちを見つけて。ねえ、ちょっと、あれやばくない？
なんだよあいつ、気味悪い。
こら！
ああ、不敬さん。
誰が不敬さんだ、誰が！刑事さんだ、刑事さん！見た目だけで物をしてんじゃねえ！
What the fuck happened to my fucking... No way that this is happening to my shit.